Introduction: Basic knowledge of culture and language. China is roughly the same size as the United States. There are numerous regional dialects of Chinese. These dialects, most of which are mutually unintelligible, are often divided into eight groups: Mandarin, Wu, Hakka, Southern Mi, Northern Mi, Cantonese, Xiang, and Gan. Conventional terms for modern Standard Chinese including 普通话, common language in mainland China, 国语, national language in Taiwan, and 华语, language spoken by ethnic Chinese people in other Chinese-speaking communities, such as those in Singapore and Malaysia. This is the lingua franca of intra-ethnic among different Chinese dialect speakers, as well as inter-ethnic among Han Chinese and non-Han minority groups communication in China. Its grammar is codified from the modern Chinese literary canon, while its pronunciation is based on the Beijing dialect. Modern Standard Chinese is usually referred to as Mandarin in English. China officially recognized 56 ethnic groups. The Han, the largest group, accounts for over 90% of China's population. Many of the other 55 ethnic groups speak their own distinct languages. So what does this mean? Is basically to tell you how do people call Chinese in Chinese, depending on who we were talking about. For people in mainland China, which is the people of the Republic of China, they call Mandarin Chinese 普通话, 普通话, literary common dialect, because China is so big and there are more than 200 dialects. So that's why when people communicate to each other from different regions, they have to speak Mandarin as the common dialect. That's why Mandarin Chinese in China is called 普通话. On the other hand, in Taiwan, Mandarin Chinese is called 国语. 国语. 国 is a nation. 语 is a language. 国语 together means national language because Taiwan is very small and Taiwan was divided from China around 1940s. So that's why Taiwan people think they are the original carry out from the Republic of China. That's why they call the language they speak as national language, 国语. In the greater area in Asia, in South Asia, which a lot of people also speak Chinese in Singapore, Malaysia, and those people call Mandarin Chinese as 华语. 华 means Chinese or China or greater Chinese area. 语 again is a language. So 华语 basically means Chinese language. For people in international global wise, we actually have two names. One is Hanyu, Hanyu, because the Han people are the biggest single ethnic group in the whole world. So 90% of Chinese population are Han people. So basically, there's almost 20% of the Han people in the total global human population. So every 5 people from this world, one person is Han person. So that's why Chinese language also called Hanyu, means the Han people's language. Another word, vocab, or the words for Chinese from the global standard is 中文, 中文, 中国 is the short name for China. China's name, full name in Chinese is 中华人民共和国. So it's people, 人民 of Republic of China is 共和国. So 中华 basically means Chinese. So 华 Zhong and Hua, both of them means Chinese or China. So 中文, wen is language, but including spoken and the written form. 中 is the short name for Chinese. So 中文 is Chinese language, which including speaking and written form. So now let's take a look at this chart. If people from international global wise will call Chinese in Chinese Hanyu, Han people's language, or 中文 Chinese language. Chinese in mainland China is 普通话 common language. The Chinese in Taiwan is called 国语 national language. And the Chinese in around South Asia it's called 华语. So for now, if you can remember only two, then you will need to remember 汉语 or 中文. That's the two words that you need to know. There are 56 ethnic groups are officially recognized by Chinese government. The largest, where the majority of the people are Han people. Here is a map of the ethnic groups in China. Han people are located a little bit towards to the north, but right in the middle, on the east side. And the people in the north, including Korean and Manchurian or Mongolian and even Hui people, they all are from the located in the north part. And in the south part, we have Li people, Yao people, Zhuang people. A lot of them actually really close to South Asia, like Vietnam or Myanmar, Nepal, and Thailand around this area, or Laos. And we also have a different tribe around the west side of China. And in Taiwan, we have another group called Gaoshan, which is divided into another smaller tribes. I think that there's 10 different tribes. Right now they are living in the mountains. So you can see Chinese ethnic groups are very different from each other. And of course, the look are very different from each other too. Here's a picture for the ladies with their ethnic costumes or traditional clothing that you can tell they are very different from each other. And even though their look, some of them are really close to European kind of official feature, and some of them are have a darker skin than others. So for example, this one is the Mongol, the Mongolian, and then this one Chaoxian, and it's actually current Korean. And Hasa-ke is from the west. Hani-族, this is Gaoshan-族from Taiwan, and Naxi-族is in the southwest. Ke-er-ke-zi-族, they also look more like a Middle East. So this is the first page. This is the second page of all these different tribes. And you can see we have Maonan-族and the Jing-族, which they are towards to the south. So they're very close to Vietnam. And you can see the hat, the bamboo hat that they wear. We also have a Eluosi-族, which is close to Russia. And they're all very different. Tajike-族is also on the west side. Han-族is the one that got taken 90% of the total population. So if we take a look of the data, usually we'll say Han people is the largest ethnic group native to East Asia. So in mainland China, Han people take it around 90 to 92%. In Hong Kong, Han people are most likely around 93% of the population. Macau is around 92%. Taiwan, Han people take 98% of the population. In Singapore, Han people taking over 74%. Malaysia, Han people actually are almost a quarter of the total population. So there's 19% of the entire global human population that are Han people. So make the Han people the largest ethnic group in the world.